Now, if you remember last time, we ambled on down Pucker Pass, met up with some friends, and ended the day with an awesome storm and the most epic double rainbow we've ever seen.
That is crazy. That is really unbelievable.
Might be a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
You should check that out. I mentioned we didn't make it to the White Rim Trail. Do we ever make it? Well, you're gonna have to keep watching. Now, the plan today, after a great breakfast and an easy start, is to head out to Chicken Corners, the direction of that storm. Now, did we make it? You guessed it, no. Good morning. Not a bad way to wake up. Certainly a contrast from last night. We had almost every type of experience. It was amazing. This morning we're rolling slow. We are going to take the time to check over the vehicles, pack everything away really nicely, but mainly just kind of go over the vehicles. We've been hammering them for a couple of days. I'm about 5 days out here now. These guys, Mike is on day 2 or 3. So it's time to just look over everything. And then we will roll over beyond Hurrah Pass out to Chicken Corners, and that's where we'll stay tonight. So we're going to share that with you guys. So we're finally ready to go. You know, I like to roll quickly. Mike, I've been waiting for him.
Let's ride.
Probably both of us will drag ass coming up that thing.
Okay.
Like I'm packing a case of nitroglycerin. Just trying to do our part here. This would have been bad for a motorcycle coming down this road at speed. Now, I should have known all the little obstacles we were running into just trying to get provisions in Moab was actually foreshadow for the way the rest of our day would go. That would not have been a happy day for a motorcyclist coming through here at speed. Now, as we rolled on into Moab, we had no idea of the devastation that was caused by the storm the night before. By this time, our concern for our friends, who last we saw headed into the eye of the storm,
Don't die!
was growing. What we saw next would seal that concern. This river or this creek has run the banks, so we'll have lots of water crossings. Most likely, hopefully we can get by them all. Doesn't look too bad, Mike. Just minutes before our arrival, the driver had been airlifted back to civilization. We still had the matter of a number of vehicles stuck in the wash. On this trip, where nothing was going according to plan, I had the first and only winch failure I've ever had.
No.
But wait, there's more.
Kent, this is a Raptor rescuing a Jeep.
Mike's winch also failed.
What happened?
And the only way to keep it engaged was to hold it there manually in the line of fire.
That's my robust winch center.
Mike, really good job. Successful recovery of the Gladiator with the Raptor. I will say this: we had a couple of winch failures. Mine just didn't go into gear, and so I had to back out. And then Mike pulled up, and then his kept popping out, and so I had to be up here, right next to the winch while we were doing a recovery. And that's the last place I want to be, is right up here. I want to be away from the winch line, but I had to have my hand there in order to do the recovery because it kept popping out. So I think I'm probably going to look at a new winch, and I'm going to do more research, you guys, on come up and mile marker. But if you guys have a suggestion for a really good winch that's not going to fail when you need it, I'd appreciate your comments in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. But I will be looking at mile marker and come up. So our good friends Elizabeth and Matt are behind that slide, behind that mud. But we know for a fact they're going to get out.
So the guy that was here was the dog, Whiskey?
Yeah.
He's got Starlink.
Yeah. Yes.
So he was like, everybody over there got communication with family if they needed and all that stuff.
Yep. That's one thing we all do, of course, is even if they look like they're prepared, you always ask, how much water do you have? And if they say a lot, you go, okay, how many gallons do you have? Don't take a lot for granted. Make sure they have 2 gallons per person per day if they're out here. Just check on people. Zero forgiveness environment. Okay, 2% forgiveness environment.
Won't make it to Chicken Corners. And
What are you talking about? How many hours is it from here to Chicken Corners? Now, Mike and I have a long history of him making a simple statement of fact and me acting like he's crazy. Go and watch his version of this story on his YouTube channel. Oh, and Mike's always right. It was time for us to resort to Plan C, which was to find an epic campsite, one that none of us had been before. We headed to parts unknown. We did, however, rely on Overland Bound One, the hardcore mapping and navigation software for this kind of adventure travel. It's a free download, so go and get it. What an adventure. We came down this this trail. I clean my boots. We came down this trail and I'm gonna check sound, hold. Checkity check, check. And it was quite muddy. He's coming? Okay. And Mike's coming. Okay. So come down this trail, see it's muddy as heck. And you guys know all the weather we've been having here in Moab. We're a little concerned. If it comes down, if it rains tonight, I'm not even gonna look at this trail until about 5 p.m. tomorrow because we need it to dry out. We're not gonna make it back up there. So where we're at right now is we know there's some awesome views. We don't know if we're gonna find what we're looking for. The quest is to find an epic view campsite. We came far enough down the trail, didn't want to head back up the trail because. So Mike is on his way. We got a hold of Mike finally. He's coming down, and then we're gonna head out here and we're gonna try and find our campsite, and hopefully we've got a view out there, and we're just gonna kick back, and then we'll head up to the trail and out to Chicken Corners tomorrow. But it's been a great quest today after Chicken Corners was thwarted by the storm. Keep gate closed. What do you guys think we should do when we go through? Ding, correct. We will close the gate behind us. Now, if there is not a sign on the gate and you come across a gate in an environment like this and it is open, then you would leave it open. It is 80% chance, 85% chance it has been left open by the local ranchers intentionally. Leave it exactly how you found it. Is there a toll?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. That's not rain though, right?
Nope, that's not rain.
Not rain. We got a little rain. Here's the deal. We are never getting back up this if it's wet, ever. Now what I spared y'all from is about 3 hours of B-roll of us traveling all the back road countryside. The shadows were getting long, and Plan B better reveal itself pretty soon. It was time to find a camp spot. That is our destination, people. Yeah, the hammering on the trail is too much for that swing out. Mike, you got a ratchet strap?
Now we're back to the ratchet strap. This is the way we started our friendship.
That was not my weld, by the way.
Holy shit! You guys, we've been on a quest, and I cannot believe we rolled up on this. Gentlemen, salute.
Well,
I just want to show you that I'm on my belly at this edge because, oh my God. You got any sleepwalkers in the bunch? I got wheel chocks on my 80 series. Frank?
and that's about
We need my emergency brake to work really well no matter what. We'll make a custom emergency brake. I want pins to go through my rotors. Okay, so these are the little surprises that you discover when you get a little farther off the beaten path, you guys. And that is why we encourage you to do so. I can't say enough about this spot. And like I said this morning, it's super hard for me to show on camera how awesome these places are, because I point my camera over the edge, but unless you're here seeing it with your own eyes, it's really hard to appreciate and understand the full grandeur of what it is. Adventure. All right, so hard work. One day on the trail from this morning. I'm just gonna point some things out. First of all, we're doing a little repair on the kitchen. Now, the kitchen though, this is almost done. This is a known thing. So we're doing a little tweaking on the kitchen.
We did know about the problem.
Yeah, we knew about this. So,
and we also, I must say, we did significantly underestimate the level of
torture.
I don't even know what to say, really. What would you say, Mike? The level of what? What'd you call it?
In the video game world, we call it the level of aggro.
Yeah.
That our protagonists brought to the party.
Yeah. I made some very poor assumptions. You know, I consider myself a reasonable man, and nevertheless, we'll fix it. This thing is in the worst possible place on the vehicle. It is 3 feet past the rear wheels of a vehicle that was meant to drive on dirt roads going 50 miles an hour on a road that is mostly rocks.
Yeah, and Michael does 90 miles an hour on a road with boulders. This is why, by the way, if Overland Bound ever tells you the first thing you need is rock sliders, it's because he constantly slides off rocks.
So one day on the trail, so we got that going. Now, Parnell is my damn hero. Look at this. Look at this. So we busted the tire carrier, but guess who thought to bring a spare part, because that's a weak point? Parnell. So we got the tools we need to fix the tire carrier.
And I also have all the screws to fix the kitchen. I just didn't plan on putting them in the third day of our trip.
And we have all the screws to fix the kitchen. Now the other thing is, I got a little bit of a design problem, Red Arc. Okay, here's the deal. My charging is cutting out when the under the hood temperature is 110 degrees. So I drive 8 to 10 hours like a maniac, and my battery doesn't charge because Red Arc just shuts down at 110 degrees. That ain't okay. So I know Red Arc is awesome. They got good products, and there's a fix for this. I don't know what it is, but certainly this cannot be by design. Okay? So I hooked up the awesome Red Arc solar panel with the little sunlight we have left today, because I have to charge up that battery. So I'm charging up the battery. And then again, typical day of adventure, I got my winch line wrapped around my bumper because I pulled the winch. I was able to get the winch to free spool out, but not able to get it back into gear and pull it in. Now I could get it into gear, but then when you use the controller, just click, click, click. It's not pulling anything. So now I got to fix the cable, fix the winch line as well. So that's just a little typical day, and you guys can see I got to put, and then there's all the cleanup. I got to put the freaking shackle back on. I got to make sure it's tied off so that it doesn't fall off on the trail. I got to get all my winch gear back in shape. I got to get the tools all back in shape. A place for everything in its place. Otherwise, when you need it and you're desperate for it, it's not there.
Or it's on your friend's roof. I just want to say, how many products do you have problems with? We have 1, 2, 3 products we're having problems with. I'm not going to say anything else.
I think they're trying to tell you guys something.
Insert drone footage.
Hey.
Hanging out over the Colorado River, waiting for me.
But hey, here's the thing, you guys. You guys know if we speak highly of a product, it's because it
Buy it.
buy it. Because we use it. We are like the hardest case on any gear. So usually the companies that do well with me are companies that have been in business about 100 years, and they got about that long in R&D.
Problem one.
Okay, problem 1 down, problem 2, time to fix.
So what do you want for dinner? We have hot dogs,
I don't know.
sandwiches.
I won't cook.
We could do a ham quesadilla.
How about a cold tortilla with a cold hot dog and a slab of cheese on it?
No. So
No, your vote, Parnell. I voted last night. I said we were having Mountain House, and we had Mountain House. It's your night.
okay, let's do hot dogs.
I don't want hot dogs.
We can do a quesadilla. We can do steaks.
I'm kidding. Hot dogs are fine.
Okay, hot dogs. I'm gonna do an off switch.
Jesus, Mike, I'm trying to get the shot.
That's the only reason the rear end hasn't fallen out.
10 pounds in a 5-pound bag.
Got it.